Tactical beacon online.
Why is every single Hispanic kid so sweaty on this game? They're in a 3-man too. Oh my goodness. That's why.
No, they are.
They're in the whole 3-man.
Yeah.
Fucking sweaty ass kids, man.
My
Jeez.
Titan. I just want my Titan. That's it. That's all I want is my Titan.
They really left. Yes, they left to make the lobby easier. Look at this Master Prestige. What the fuck? I didn't even know he was in here.
Yeah, you won't be able to
Catch 'em all.
What is going on, guys? It is your boy Lucid, and today we're going to be talking about how to raise your KD and how to raise it fast. So as most of you guys know, I've said it so many times in my stream and in multiple places, but grinding for dark matter was horrible on my KD. It was absolutely detrimental, and so obviously I wanted to get my KD back. So lately, that's what I've been mainly focusing on, just raising my KD every bit that I can. And I'm going to go through with you guys how I raise my KD. So starting out with number one, find the right weapon for you. So the right weapon, that's going to be, I'm going to say this a lot here in the beginning of this, and there's a reason. One, if you haven't tried every weapon in this game, do so. Which, if you've been grinding for dark matter, then, you know, and you've just got it, then that's that you've tried every weapon in this game. But every once in a while, pick up something new, try something new. There's different balances and buffs and nerfs all the time, especially with, you know, being the game so new. So find the right weapon for you, find the guns that you really enjoy using, and go from there. Now, once you found the right weapon for you, you also have to know what weapons are good for what maps. For instance, you'll hardly ever see me pull out a Rampart on Morocco. It's very rare because that map, to me, I usually play it with either a SMG or sometimes a Maddox. I don't typically use the Maddox, even though the Maddox isn't a great gun, and I will use that on certain maps. But use the right gun for the right map. So, you know, there's not, you can't just have one gun and expect to succeed always. You can get positive and you can have good KDs by using always the same gun, but I promise you, sometimes you will find, you know, certain guns are going to excel on certain maps. Now, coming into the next one, the right gun for the opponents you're playing. So you'll see me in my streams and stuff, I'll be using a certain gun and really enjoying it and doing well, but all of a sudden the lobby gets super sweaty and everyone's, you know, really trying as hard as they can. And a lot of times you'll see, once I find myself in those situations, I'll end up switching to, you know, whatever weapon I do the absolute best with. That's what I mean by, you know, use the weapon for your opponents. So if you have opponents that are being super aggressive and, you know, really trying their hardest, then you might want to change your weapon and your playstyle up a little bit. Now, coming into tip number two, know your map. So mattering to what map, again, I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh yeah, your weapon to your map, because we've already went over that. But what I am going to say is know your map, know how it's played. How do people generally play this map? And use that to your advantage, use that to your playstyle, use that to what weapon you're going to use. And remember, you can always click a button and change a class. But know your map so you know what you're going to be going against. Now this one's so crucial. I've gotten accused of cheating and all kinds of things because of turning on people, and you're gonna see a couple of those instances in this video. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with mini-map awareness. I can't stress it enough. The main thing I run is acoustic sensor or stem shot. Those are the two things that I run the absolute most. Now with the acoustic sensor, one of the things that I love about the acoustic sensor is it's gotten me in habit to always be looking at my minimap. If I look at the screen, there's nobody there, I immediately start looking at my minimap. Your minimap will tell you everything, especially if you're running acoustic sensor, it's going to tell you a whole lot. But even when you're not, the fog of war and just people shooting on the minimap will tell you everything. I can't stress it enough. Probably one of the most important tips in this video, minimap awareness. Can't stress it enough, guys. Pay attention to your minimap. It'll always tell you something. Now, play style to your map and mode. So as I kind of touched on earlier, how you play a map, you're gonna play one map differently than the other. Like, for instance, I'll give you a good example. On this map, Contraband, when I play it in TDM, I tend to just kind of hang out in this area, kind of patrol it back and forth, because if I'm playing people that are really going out there and trying their hardest, then I know they're going to be pushing this side. I know that they're going to repeatedly come this way, and I know it's not good for my KD to hang out in the middle of the map. So I know this is the area I generally like to patrol. So we're gonna get a little bit more into patrolling here in a bit. But on, we'll use Morocco as an example again. On that map, I generally, am very aggressive. I very pushy, and tend to run and gun that map. So know your play style to each map and how you need to play it, but also know how you need to play every game mode. So if I was playing Hardpoint on Contraband, I obviously wouldn't be here unless the hill was here. I wouldn't be right here or patrolling this area the whole game. Now, patrolling. So if you're playing for KD and you're not playing a objective game mode, then patrolling is going to be a huge thing. And that's basically picking an area where there's going to be a lot of activity and running that. So we're going to do a whole video on that at another point in time, but that's the next one. And as always, guys, have fun. Like, have fun, pick your gunfights, but have fun while doing it, because once you get frustrated, the game's, that's it, it's over. But I hope these tips help you guys, and I hope you all enjoy the game footage. We're gonna run one right after this and take the tips, see what you can find from my tips in this gameplay. But otherwise, guys, if you like the video, smack that like. If you're new and you like it, smack that subscribe. Live streams daily, videos daily, or every other day. And as always, guys, I will see you at the end of the video. Deuces.
Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Shut up! Bruh.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Oh, hell no! Cody. Boy, if you don't get
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Follow me.